Okay, welcome back everyone. Thank you for clicking on the video, and as you saw on the thumbnail, we're building some picture frames today. Something I've never done before. Seen a bunch of great videos on these from other creators on YouTube, obviously, and wanted to take a stab at it. I've been sitting on this project for way too long, but need to get this done and get it off my plate. The wood that we're working with today, this is honey locust. Absolutely beautiful wood. It looks kind of cherryish to me, but I wanted the kind of multiple tones of color in here because of what we'll be framing. I'm going to save that for later after everything gets framed. I'll show you what we're framing here. But I wanted to have multiple colors in here because there's multiple colors in what we are framing. So I'm doing 6 frames total, 4 of them with a 16 by 16 window, and then 2 of them with a 18 by 18 window. I did some really basic layouts in Illustrator and copied it over, but it looks like for the 18 by 18 window, I need to cut some strips that are 22 inches long, which I will then actually cut probably at 23 or 24 inches long to start with for my initial cut, so then I can come in with the miters and get down to the final dimension that I'm looking for. I'm going to go about 2 inches wide on the frame. It's going to be 1 inch thick. And I'm contemplating, as I go from the outside of the frame to the inside window, putting a bevel or a chamfer in there. I haven't decided that yet. Again, not having done this before, I want to kind of feel out what I'm comfortable with and not comfortable with first. Okay, real quick, I've done a lot of work to get up to this point. What we did was we cut the frame for the pieces that are going to cover the 18 inch by 18 inch window. So it's 18 inch length here, and I think it's 22 here is what the math ended up being. But the next thing I'm going to do here is, see how well I can show this to you here. My plan is to gut out about 3/8 here by probably about 3/8 here, the full length here, and this is where the glass is going to sit in. I'll probably go a little bit deeper just to make sure I can get the what I'm framing, the backer, and the glass all in there. And then what I'm thinking about doing is just putting a very gentle bevel or chamfer on this here, just to kind of make it less blocky. I'm gonna do this first and see what it looks like all together before I decide if I want to do this or not, because I'm still not sure how I'm going to end up doing this cut. So I want to do this one first because I know I have to do this, and then this will just be added. After I do all of that, my next plan is I will glue up the miters here. I'm grabbing everything here. Just smaller purposes, demonstration purposes. So on the main ones, after I have it all glued, what I'm then going to do is turn this on the corner here, and then in the middle here, I'm going to cut a section of this out here and inlay some probably walnut in here. It's a nice decorative addition, but it also adds strength to the joint as well. So especially with this being end grain to end grain. Glue doesn't take too well to it, or it just gets absorbed in so fast you don't get a chance to get in here. So I'm going to do that last. So I'll glue this together and allow that to dry, and then come in with a walnut piece right here, and then sand and clean that all up, and we'll finish it up there. But first things first, I'm going to get the router table out, and I'm going to take this section out here next. Okay, so the combination of scraper to get the glue out of these crevices here in the corner. Again, when I glued these all up, I put tape here on both sides to minimize the glue squeeze out here. And this scraper to get the vast majority of it out. Even though I might be taking some chunks of the wood here, it's not that big a deal because I'm coming in with the sandpaper anyways, and then come in with this sandpaper block. Really helps kind of create that tight seam. So using the orbital sander and creating some I'll say unevenness in here, because you're trying to get a round object into kind of this 45-degree area here. It gets to be a little difficult. You just can't control it as well as you can control this. But is this more time? Is this more elbow grease? 100%. But in the end, this is going to give you, well, as I'm discovering, I don't want to pretend I really know what I'm talking about here. I'm discovering this and doing this at the same time as I'm filming this here. But it seems that, at least for me, this is the best approach. It's to scrape out the majority of it and then just come in and do final kind of touch-ups with the sanding blocks.